Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Go start, please, Carl.
Burgess.
Here.
Morgan.
Here.
Myers.
Here.
Hoskins.
Here.
Washington.
Here.
Williams.
Public comment. Last one. All questions and comments will be directed to the mayor. Speaker will be given up to 3 minutes to speak on topic on the agenda only. Each speaker will be allowed 1 opportunity to speak. Mayor, please come forward. State your name and address to the record.
My name is Francine Anderson, and I live at 1606 216th Street. And my question for you, Mr. Mayor, is I see is for item number 7C, the motion to approve the 2014 and 15 budget. And I would like to know from each of your trustees and you, have you had the meeting to talk about any of the inequities that I talked about in the budget hearing on last week? If so, then I would also like to know what day was that meeting, so I can make sure I do a proper FOIA to make sure I get those minutes, to make sure that you have talked about the public participation in your budget meeting. I am definitely concerned about the numbers that I see, and I see here that you have already paid quite a few items and reached on a total distribution of over $1 million. So, you can explain that to me, sir, because maybe I don't understand what the accountables are for. The only other thing I have is that I continue to see our police department pulling over cars in and out of the village. I see our toll fee monies are up high substantially, at least $15,000. And in doing so, can you also make sure that our police also do some crime protection, making sure that some of the shooting stops? Again, another shooting last weekend in the area.
Okay, questions about item 7C, there's been no special meeting, so, as of yet, so just to let you know about that. And then on crime, I've been dealing with the chief, and it's the top of the list when it comes to crime and shootings and things like that, but that's what we have right here. Okay, anyone else?
Yes.
Bernadine Hopkins, Sauk resident. I would like to know, I see these various names on here, and what I'd like to know is specifically what are the village clerk's duties, who's in charge of our parks and recs in actuality? Is it just Trustee Hoskins or is it a unit? What was the other thing? Oh, I wanted to know, the ordinance restricting parking, could you give me some information or detail on that? And that would be it.
All right, restricted parking, we're talking about what's on the agenda tonight. This deals with the 394 Sauk trail improvements. So construction is going to be starting sometime this year, I think. It's going to start this year, so what we want to do is make sure that the village passes an ordinance to restrict parking in that area while the construction and stuff is going on. So I think it's probably about the easiest way to explain it. Anything you want to add? Nothing? Okay, and then Parks and Recs, the chair of Parks and Recs is Trustee Hoskins. We have a committee, so there's that. And then the village clerk's responsibilities, she has a lot of responsibilities. So that's the way that, you know, probably need a good stock talk article, so maybe you should put down something in stock talk and you kind of the responsibilities. Well, responsibilities of the clerk, so. Because I don't have a job description from me, I don't want to miss anything, I don't want to add anything, so. All right, next talk talk, thank you. All right, any other questions or comments?
Are you answering any questions tonight, Mr. Mayor?
All right, hearing none.
If you're not answering any of my questions.
Reports of officers, we got the mayor's report. All right. First thing I have on the mayor's report is tonight I'm removing item 7C, special meeting. And we will have a special meeting this Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. here at the Village Hall. Sure. Removing item 7C from the agenda. And I call for a special meeting here at the Village Hall at 7 p.m. on Thursday. This is due to communications that came across this weekend from Trustee Burgess to the board with additional information. So it gives us some a little more time for the board to review, and gives Trustee Burgess also the opportunity to go over the report that he submitted. So move to openings. If you're interested, we have openings on the Housing Commission. So I'm going in and out. We have openings on the Housing Commission, and we have an opening on the Police and Fire Commission. If you're interested in any of these, please make sure that you submit a letter to the mayor's office so we can get these in. This last Saturday, I had a Meet the Mayor in the Park. And this is one of hopefully many that we can have. We started the first one over in Carroll Park and had a pretty good turnout. And again, it gives me the opportunity to meet with the residents, talk to them, and I thought we had a great day. It was from 12 to 3. So that turned out good. On Sunday, I participated in the Battle of the Badges. It was a charity event for Special Olympics. It was mayors versus police chiefs and fire chiefs, and it was at the Standard, I think it's called Standard Park over in Crestwood. So we had a good turnout, and it was a great event. So I was telling them, if you see me kind of jerk up here, it's because I'm still having cramps. So I'm not as young as I used to be, I found out. But we had a great time. Also gave me the opportunity to meet with some of the mayors. We got to talk. We got to meet with some state agencies that were out there. We had judges that were doing the upping. So it was a great time to be able to be out there. I want to make sure I let the village board know that the 2012-2013 audit has been submitted online to the comptroller's office. So we're all up to date. The 2013-2014 audit has already started. So we're doing well. In fact, hopefully we'll be, after this one, we're all to date. So we figure that in just over a year, we have completed and submitted 2009, 2010, 2010, 2011, 2011, 2012, 2012, 2015, and we've already started 2013, 2014. So just over a year, we're looking at 5 audits. Something that's usually done 1 audit per year. So we're up to date on that. For the residents over on 216th Street, we saw a house that was taken down. And what happened was that came through the South Suburban Land Bank, and there was a bank that was trying to give this house away. They approached us here at the village. We turned it down, turned it over to the South Suburban Land Bank, and they went and looked at it, turned it down, and pretty much worked with county because there was so much mold in the house. The inside of the house was just mold hanging everywhere. There was water damage. So the bank came in and took the house down. So again, getting rid of that house out of that area was a positive due to the amount of damage that was done to that house. The address was 1604 to 16th Street.
216 place.
So, that's it. All right. With that said, I go to the village clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First of all, I want to say thank you to Deputy Clerk Sherry Jasinski for filling in for me at the last meeting. I am so happy that you always have my back. She's such a great village clerk. She's always there for me whenever I need her. So I want to give you a special thank you for participating again this week. And second of all, there is no meeting next Tuesday. It's the 5th Tuesday, so we have no meeting unless a special meeting is called for some reason. At this point, there's no meeting. The following Tuesday after that is August 5th, and that is National Night Out. We have several vendors and other organizations that are planning on attending. We have police and fire coming. We have the SWAT team coming. We have a canine demonstration at 7 o'clock. We have Absolute Nutrition. We have Smoothie King. We're trying to just basically invite anybody who wants to be a part of National Night Out. If you have any ideas, if your committee, if your neighborhood wants to participate, if your business wants to participate, there's absolutely no cost. The Village Hall, behind the Village Hall, starting from 5 o'clock until 9, is wide open to anybody and everybody. And we totally encourage your participation, and we hope that many people come. Someone asked me about, the mayor has often mentioned the word girls, so we're talking about getting together, and somebody actually called me and asked if they could bring their girls. So Kevin, if you could, would you have it available for those that want to barbecue that night? It's basically, and I wouldn't mind if you start setting up as early as 4. Okay, it's supposed to be a night to fight crime. It's supposed to be a night that we all get together as a community and try to meet with each other and talk with each other, and that the public safety is out there, and we're going to build on this every year. There was a discussion at one of the town hall meetings that somebody was going to organize a rally. At that point, I haven't heard anything about that, so I don't know that that's going on. But again, any group of people who want to participate in National Night Out, feel free to participate, and if you give me enough notice, I'll actually put it out in the flyer. I also want to thank the beautification committee, because I came home the other day, and I sometimes just drive right down Sauk Trail and I don't really look at it really well, but these flowers they shouted at me. They're beautiful. You guys are doing a heck of a job. So I thank you guys for everything you do, and I know some of that is also due in part to the kids that are working with you. Hopefully they're helping you. I know it's been a challenge for a lot of us to try to get these kids to work this year. Number one, the program started very late. Number two, they require a lot of supervision. However, we do have a lot of good kids this year, and I thank the department heads that are willing to work with them and give these kids an opportunity to make some money during the summer. So again, I thank the kids that are working for us as well. And I believe that just about covers it. Thank you, Ms. Mayor.
Thank you. Move to Village Attorney McGrath.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a quick note as far as 7B, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, that's just a matter of housekeeping based on the agreement that was passed that relates to the construction or the improvements at the intersection of 394 and Sauk Trail. The resolutions and ordinances that are necessary to be passed at the direction of IDOT. There's some revisions made. It was part of the agreement that was originally passed. However, those plans weren't filled in, so that's why it's on the agenda for tonight. With that, it's very important. Thank you.
Move to Village Engineer, Mr. Johnny.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. At last board meeting, we opened bids for the 2014 MXT resurfacing project. We looked over those bids. They were all in order, and the low bid provided by Gallagher Asphalt was about 11% lower than our estimate. And so therefore, we're recommending award of that contract to Gallagher in the amount of $329,412.53. So hopefully you will approve that tonight. Mr. Mayor,
Can you give that amount again?
it is $329,412.53.
All right, based on the recommendation from the village engineer, I'd like to request a motion for Gallagher Asphalt for the resurfacing for $329,412.83. Is there a motion? A motion, is there a second? Motion second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Bill Short, please call roll.
Burgess.
Yes.
Gordon.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Poskett.
Yes.
Washington.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Motion carries. Move to item number 4, reports of trustees and board committees, Parks and Recs Committee, trustee Poskett.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Again, I'm just going to remind everybody that game night will be August 1st, Friday, August 1st at 6 p.m. at the Community Center this month. Our basketball program are playing games on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday starts at 11:30. We'll be having 4 games this Saturday, so they'll be running all afternoon, and then on Sunday we play at 1:30. That's the younger children. I am looking for volunteers to help me with the corn and dog roast, which is usually scheduled to be on August 30th, starting at 2 p.m. running to 5. We need some volunteers to represent the fun fair and to help with the other projects that are necessary. And that's my quote.
Thank you, Mayor. just want to send some thank yous out. One to the mayor for a nice presentation when we did the Someone You Should Know. I appreciate, Mayor, that the kind words that you had in presenting those that certificate to Carl. Second of all, I'd like to thank Sharon for going out since the other businesses didn't come. She went out and delivered those certificates to them. And of course, Mr. Holcomb for printing out those wonderful certificates and taking care of the beautification committee and so many committees else that he does. Also like to thank the Housing Commission and the program that is working with the beautification committee on our community, cleaning up multiple sites throughout the community. So thank the children on behalf of myself. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Trustee Rivers. Committee, Trustee Myers.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a brief report. The Ordinance Review Committee will meet the third Thursday of August this month. There's a little change. I had to reschedule some other things. But it will be the third Thursday of August of this month. And that's all I have, sir.
Thank you, Trustee. Governmental Relations Committee, Trustee Burgess.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have a few things. First of all, yesterday I attended a workshop in Linwood about your tax appeal for real estate assessed valuation. I do have forms here. However, yesterday they were taking the forms with them. When you get these, you have to actually send them in downtown, and I have the addresses too. First form I have is what they call a pre-assessed valuation complaint. This form here, you can fill it out, and it will basically, they'll basically give you the work over as far as looking at the assessed value, looking at the assessed properties that are here. But all this, let me preface this first. First of all, we cannot do this. The pre one we can do now. Everything else we have to wait until September 5th. But the pre you can do now if you feel you don't have any other paperwork. If you feel that you don't have anything other than you just want to fill out because you feel your taxes are too high on your property, you would fill this particular form out and you would send it in downtown 118 North Park Street, and it would go to the Cook County Assessor's office down there, and they would send you a response. Secondly, I'm going to have a class right after the 5th. The 5th is the deadline to start filing for your appeal in Cook County and in Bloom Township. I'm going to have a class. I will let everybody know when that class is. I have to get back to Bloom Township. They're going to let me know. It'll probably be the first week in September we can get it done, because you have 45 days to file for that. But I do have some forms here that if you want to look them over and possibly look and see what you need to do, if you feel that you have some type of information in regards to if you just had your house assessed, that would be very helpful information. And I also have a booklet that goes along with that can help you look for some of the things that you have, and you can bring that with you when you come to the class. And like I said again, that'll be here. Look for the 1st of September, but I'll give everyone the exact date at that time. And thirdly, Cook County Recorder of Deeds, Property Fraud Outreach Form. This is something that if you want to file, put your PIN number on. I have copies of this also. Put your PIN number on and see if anybody else is trying to claim your property. See if anyone else has put anything, a lien against your property, and they will send that information back to you. So you can fill this out. You can send this in. Also, if you go to Carol Yarborough's office, I have the address for that. And it doesn't hurt anything to fill it out this way. If you were ever trying to sell your house and you saw you had a lien that you didn't know anything about, this would be something that you'll find out right then and there. Because they do a title search when you buy your house or when you sell your house. But however, you can find out ahead of time by filling this out, and they can send that back to you. So in all, as I said before, I have the forms here, and I'll explain more of it. I didn't want to take too much time doing it, but the forms are here for the pre. If you want to just file for a pre-real estate assessed valuation, and you feel you don't have anything else, you don't feel, all you're doing is filing because your taxes, you feel are too high, or you think that your house was assessed too much, you can fill out a pre. But we're going to have a class to actually fill out the other ones, that we actually go to Cook County and Markham. And there will be someone here from Bloom Township to help us do that. Also at that meeting, I'm going to have someone here from CETA. So I'll put that information out there. Last time we had a CETA program, it helped out a few people. It helped out a lot of people, as a matter of fact. But I think it was restricted because it was something to do with, I think, just the seniors and then anyone that had certain dependents in their home and income. So this one, we're going to start to be more general, and we're looking forward to everyone to come out. So it's going to be something that you'll be able to, it'll be a lot for everybody to learn, to see and hear. So that night's going to be pretty filled, but we're going to have people there that are going to be taking care of the workshop. And I think that's it. Yeah, I think if there's anything else, I'll remind myself when it comes to miscellaneous. But get these forms, and the ones that you may need, come pick them up. And that concludes my report.
All right, thank you, Neighborhood Watch Committee, Trustee Washington.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First of all, I just want to thank all of the new block captains that we have throughout the village. We have approximately, I want to say, 27 block club captains at this time. And they have their ID badges, and it's just an exciting time for the Neighborhood Watch program. And I want to applaud them because they've stepped up to the plate. They've made a commitment on their block to make their neighbors aware of what it takes to make their home safe, in regard to reminding them to turn on their front and back porch lights, as well as any vacant homes that's on the block, that they see any activity going on in those homes, to call the police. And it's just really refreshing to have the neighbors coming together. And I did get a lot of block club captains at the mayor's meet and greet that he had Saturday. We were able to talk to those residents over on Carroll and on Peterson. We did pick up 3 new block club captains that day on those 2 streets. So that was very successful as well for my committee. And I just want to remind you that we do have more of these signs in to call the police. These were donated. I want to thank my co-trustee, Jeff Morton, for going to get these from me from LGCM's office. And we have about 300 of these available. If you want to take those, they'll be in the back. And also we have our flyers in the back to remind you of our next neighborhood block meeting, which is going to be, as usual, the second Monday of every month at the fire station. Our next meeting is going to be on August the 11th. However, in September at our regularly scheduled meeting, and we have flyers in the back next week to let you know we're going to have our September meeting here at the Village Hall. And instead of having a regular neighborhood watch meeting on September the 8th, which is our meeting in September, we're going to have a back to school safety rally. The Neighborhood Watch program presents back to school safety rally. And it's going to be right here at the Village Hall, and it's going to be village wide. So if you'll take some flyers on your block and let your neighbors know, we're going to pass out approximately 200 book bags on that day. We're asking people to help us in regard to pens and pencils and rulers and scissors and any other kind of school supplies along with the book bags. And we have about 400 of these flyers that's going out village-wide as well as to businesses. Also at that rally, residents will have an opportunity to address the police department, or someone from the police department hopefully can be here. They can answer any of their questions that they have about safety, any questions or concerns or suggestions that they have. We'll have someone from the police department here that night that can address them as well. So we have a lot of great things going on. We're continually taking applications for our no texting while driving pledge and for our no bullying pledge. And I want to say that finally today I was able to meet with the superintendent of Bloom Trail High School District, and we had a great meeting, Dr. Navarre and myself, and we came up with a great plan to get the no bullying pledge signed. And we're going to be working well, Mayor and Board, just to let you know. We're going to do some things in the school along with the superintendent of District 168. I met with her. The Neighborhood Watch actually will have tables at registration for Bloom Trail and Bloom South registration for their dates. And if you don't know those dates, I can give them to you later. And we will also have tables for District 168 at their registration for the no bullying and for the no texting while driving. So the committee is working very, very hard, and we are looking for more volunteers. If you're interested, if you're not doing anything right now in the village, we would love to encourage you to come and get on board with the Neighborhood Watch. And that concludes my report at this time. Thank you. we're going to be at the registration with our own table. Yes, we're gonna have all of this information on the table at registration for the high school and for district registration. We're gonna be at both of those registrations. They have a late night registration, they have a regular daytime registration, and my committee's gonna be at both of those registrations with our own table from Sauk Village with information from the Neighborhood Watch program. Sure.
Thanks, Trustee Hughes, Public Relations and Community Outreach Partnership Committee. Trustee Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a couple of things. I know that we talked about the Sauk Talk was brought up today. I just want to remind everybody that the next Sauk Talk does not come out until September, which means that the articles are actually due the last Friday of August, which is the 29th. However, I'm going to extend that deadline for 1 week. 1 week, which would be the 5th of September, because on the 30th, you've got corn and dog roast, and you also have the Battle of Badges. So I'm hoping that there's any other activities that are happening. A lot of things are happening in the village in the month of August. So if we can just be cognizant of that to make sure that our articles and our pictures and everything gets sent electronically to myself and the village clerk, so we can make sure that the September Sauk Talk is one that's full of information and full of pictures. That would be great. So I just want to kind of remind that for everybody for that. And we are still working on the employee appreciation and trying to do things, working with Kevin and trying to show our appreciation for some of our employees. And for the Community Outreach Partnership Committee, we are still working very diligently with the village clerk and the police department for the National Rights House. We've got some exciting things that are happening, and we're looking forward to these events. So just as a reminder, 2 weeks from today, in the back, it should be a good night, and we'll see all you guys there. That's my report.
Thank you very much, trustees. We also have no fire enforcement departments, committees, and commissions, with the fire department, and then one commission, Chief Stockbreaker.
Thank you, Mayor and Board. Over the past 3 weeks, the fire department responded to 27 calls, 11 fire alarms, 2 medical assists, 3 vehicle accidents, 1 electrical fire, 3 assists to other agencies, 1 truck fire, 3 COs, 1 gas leak, 1 vehicle fire, and 1 structure fire. Also, for the last 2 weeks, the fire department had the luxury of having help around the station. These young children were helped weeding, cutting grass, and trimming grass and working with the flowers. Also, as of Tuesday, they also washed and waxed 12 squad cars for the PD. I think they have 2 left. Then they will start on the fire department vehicles next. Hoping to finish by Thursday evening next.
Probably does look good.
The flowers, and especially with everything's on that corner. Beautiful.
So they've done a great job. Should be 2
All right. Moving to item number C from the Works Department, Mr. Lauer.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a couple items. Our street sweeper currently right now is down. It's needing repair to the lift device that lifts the debris into the hopper. Hope to have that up in about a week and a half. Parts, and we'll be back out for next month's sweep. Storm branches. All storm branches had to be out by the 13th. We took 3 weeks to clean up. Everything has been picked up and gone through twice. I'm sure that there are some residents that have branches still up in their trees that will over time have to come down or be cut down by tree people. But at this point right now, we're done with the pickup. Our next pickup will be in September. But I do ask that if any residents see any parkway trees, village parkway trees, their branches are in there now, they're cracked off and hanging in there. It's easier to notice them. The leaves will be brown. Please call us right away and we will respond to remove that for safety reasons. We're still ongoing now that we're done with our cleanup of the branches. We're a little behind in grass cutting of the 39 locations. So, currently they are all cut. The remaining locations are retention detention ponds. Hopefully we don't get too much rain the next day here. We'll be able to get into those and actually get them all cut. Parks repair. Lately, I was talked last time about some of the damage of the parks. I don't know what they're doing now, but they're cutting chain. I don't know, they're bringing bolt cutters there, but they're cutting chain. We have a bunch of new chain, we have a bunch of new top hooks for the swings. We're currently going park to park and doing repairs on the swing sets and removing any graffiti, excessive graffiti, anything that's not carved in at this point, and that will be ongoing. Let's see here, sign replacement. You might have seen us out on the intersection streets on Sauk Trail, but we'll be going through the whole town, basically street by street, intersection by intersection. We're starting off on the main drags, reposting all of our speed limit signs, no parking signs, and our descriptive signs for those stickers or snowfall or no parking signs. Those are all at the entrances of every Sauk Village street. And drag to turn into, you should see those when you turn in. We're currently working on it, also including the neighborhood lot signs. It is ongoing. It's going to take a while due to the amount of jobs we have. We're trying to fill in a couple days here and there. So it is ongoing. It will hopefully be completed by the end of summer. And finally, streetlights. It seems to be an ongoing problem. A lot of calls about problems with crime or people walking around. My recommendation is that Neighborhood Watch recommends you turn your lights on. Definitely turn your lights on. We will get to the street lights. Every light that's been called in or there is a notation of it, we do have on our records. We did repair a couple in the last week, two on Merrill, 219 and 219 Street Place that we repaired, and a brand new light head at 1500 Jeffrey Avenue. And that will be ongoing. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Move to Administrative Service Director.
It's getting better. Just got a few things. We got 3 permits sitting on the desk for advanced auto, so they're moving along. They started cleaning out the building. Their general contractor will be in tomorrow to pick up the demo permit for the first phase of the project. We're still working on the vacant list with residents living in these vacant homes that don't have water service accounts with the village. We're diligently writing tickets on those. I got a sticker account for you too. The kids have been very helpful. They've had 3,001 stickers so far. We're current at the entry, which brought the total up to $88,264 this year. It's up from last year. Last year, at the end of August, we sold 2,878 with the total amount at $84,445, so at least that's increased. For June tickets, we wrote 295 tickets, and a lot of them were for grass, water service, and no occupancies. And July 1st through the 21st, we wrote 129. And I think that concludes my report.
Thank you. Move to Finance Director, Mr. Rao.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and the board. First of all, as Mayor stated, the financial reporting was turned in online to the comptrollers about 2 weeks ago. And the current audit is the auditors have started working on with it. It's about 25% complete. I'm expecting the complete audit should be completed before the end of August at the latest. The third thing is the auditors are still working for the TIF compliance report for 2012 and 13. Once the audit compliance audit is complete, then we will file the report with the Illinois State Comptroller for the TIF reporting. Third, we did receive from IEPA about $565,000 today, and that has been deposited into our sewer account. That ends my report. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, it's approximately about $565,000.
All right, move to Homeland Security Agency, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Board. For the last 3 weeks, as we responded to 26 calls, which included 3 vehicle accidents, 12 fire alarms, 3 steel alarms, one burning of a towel in a business, 2 assist other agencies, 1 truck fire, 2 gas leaks, 1 vehicle fire, and 1 semi-truck fire on the fire. And that concludes my report, sir.
Thank you very much. Human
say on behalf of the Human Relations Commission that although we do have a full commission, we are always looking for volunteers and for guests to come to our meetings. The Human Relations Commission meet right here at the Village Hall every first Monday of the month. Our next meeting will be on Monday, August the 4th at 7:00 p.m. right here at the Village Hall, and we're going to be discussing our next project. As you know, we had the diversity dinner because of the residents and the committee working together in a very short time frame with the help of the village clerk and the mayor and the board. It was very successful along with our workshop. So now we're putting together possibly a second workshop, but we want to know what do the residents want. So we would like to invite everyone to come to our Human Relations Commission meeting on the first Monday in the month of August, right here at the Village Hall. Thank you, and that concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee. Housing Commission, Commissioner Holcomb.
The Housing Commission will hold a meeting this Thursday because the budget hearing in here will be holding it in the Senior Center at 7 o'clock. And that concludes my report.
Will you see your committee, Ms. Mason?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Sauk Village Senior Committee still continues with their monthly free blood pressure screening on the first Monday from 1 to 2 in the Senior Center office. And our honor system paperback book exchange is very successful. I want to thank you to the many donors and participants to the program. Our next blood pressure screening and movie, The Rat Race, is co-sponsored with the County Library at the library on Monday, August 11th at 12:30. This coming Friday, July 25th, and on every second and fourth Fridays is our open senior social activities. So we want the seniors to come out and join your peers for conversation and or games. The village sponsoring of the 3 senior organizations are still looking for members. Seniors have to be just 50 and up. On Sunday, the second and fourth Sunday is 3 p.m. the Fun Club. The first and third Monday at 7 p.m. is the Sunshiners. And on the second and fourth Wednesday, 5 p.m. Leisure Timers. And for those motorcyclists, they meet on the third Tuesday, 7 p.m. That's the BMW Crossroads, at from 7 to 8. And the Wednesday ceramic group continue with their summer hours on first, third, and fifth Wednesday through August from 3 to 5 p.m. Every Sunday from 6 to 10 p.m., Sauk Village Bluegrass. It's an adult program. It provides bluegrass, country western, gospel music for your dancing and listening pleasure. Bloom Township Senior Picnic is on Thursday, August 7th. The $3 tickets are in advance, and I do have them. And if you purchase them at the door, it'll be $4. For Boone Township seniors, there is free bus transportation to and from the picnic. Some of the other senior programs offered by the township is the basic line dance classes. And they have a horseshoe casino trip, the Wednesday and Friday chair exercise. They do have free legal assistance. Blood pressure screening is on Monday. And they have ARC smart driving courses. And they also have health insurance assistance. And also there are low-cost transportation by the township. And if you need more information, you can call the senior department, 708-754-9400, extension 244, for any additional information on services. As you know, senior opportunities and service are provided to Boone Township seniors age 60 and up. You can call 312-254-6096. Denise Chaffee is the CEDAS Senior Advocate on appointment. The next meeting will be on Thursday, August 14th at 5 p.m. Thank you. This ends my report.
Thank God.
Thank you. Move to the consent agenda. Is there anything on the consent agenda that trustees would like to remove? All right. I'd like to ask a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion and second. Clerk, please call roll.
Burgess.
Yes.
Gordon.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Poskett.
Yes.
Washington.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Motion carried. Item number 7, new business. Motion to approve accounts payable and disbursements for July 9th, 2014 through July 22nd, 2014. Is there a motion to approve?
Second.
Motion second. Any questions or comments?
Question.
Trustee?
First of all, Mr. Mayor, this, maybe I need to ask Mohan. Total accounts payable, 694,000. That's not in here. That's not part of this. Last 2 weeks ago, we didn't get a accounts payable. Was that what that was? I think you weren't here. I think the mayor said you had a prior engagement. I think it was court. But we didn't get a accounts payable. So is that what the 694,000, except 376,000? Is that what that came from? The accounts payable? To me, I don't see it. I don't see 694. I thought it might have been the one that we didn't get last time. That's what I thought, because we didn't get an accounts payable last week, and I know we had to pay payroll and everything. I mean, last. So this is everything? Okay, but I just didn't see 694,000. I tried to add it up 2 or 3 different times. I saw the 450,000. That's what this is. And then I'm sure these other accounts payable that are already paid doesn't add up to $600,000. Right, that's it. Right.
Can't hear you. Can't hear.
150,000 is coming from current accounts payable.
Correct.
If you add the first page, payroll expenditure that was paid on 6/27, 7/11, plus on the second page on the top, if you add all of them, it will come to 376.87.
Okay. I'll accept that. I'll do that. I also have the grass mowing. Now, you're paying that out. Did you show that we got it in? I know we talked about having a separate
Right.
account.
I have drawn it from water sewer account. When we get our funding from Housing Commission, it will be deposited back into water sewer fund account.
We can't do that unless it's.
We can do it.
Who says?
I am saying we can do it.
We can take it out of water fund?
Yes, and borrowing the work from water fund, it will be reimbursed right back when we get the.
And we don't have to vote on it as a board. You can just pull it out.
That's why I'm suggesting it to.
Oh, you suggested? Okay, Mr. Attorney, can we pull money out and pay arbitrarily without asking the board to have it reimbursed? Water fund is a separate fund.
It's been practice for the board to deal with it in those board meetings by motion.
Okay, but that's okay. If I hadn't asked, that's what I'm saying. If I hadn't asked, this wouldn't have happened. We would never. I didn't. I thought the money, 75,000, that was supposed to come in from the grant or whatever. I thought it was there. I was just asking, could we get a correspondence that the money came in from them? But you're saying now that money never came in yet, but you're paying out of the water fund. We can't use the water fund as a slush fund every time. I mean, we have to show paperwork.
Trustee Burgess, it is not slush fund. We can, as and when the necessity arises, we can draw down from other fund, enterprise fund. If there's nothing wrong in transferring the money from water sewer fund. And anyway, we are repaying back right away within a month or so.
Mohan, we talked about this before, pulling money out of the water fund to pay anything other than water fund related expenses. And that's something that I'm sure trustees remember before, we talked about this years and years ago about pulling money out of the water fund for unrelated expenses, be it paying payroll, whatever. it should be voted on by the board. That's all I'm saying. Now you're telling me that we're pulling it out, we're gonna get reimbursed. That's not, I don't know what past practice that was. I wasn't on the board when they did that, because everything comes out of water. If it's not related, we have taken money out and paid payroll because we were short. And we agreed that was put before a vote at that time. But this is something that's not even that. This is money that we're gonna get in from a grant whenever it gets here. But in the meantime, we're using that money. It's not taxpayers' money, it's water fund money to pay something that has nothing to do with the water fund. And I think the board should at least have a correspondence to say, okay, this is what we're doing. And had I not said anything, that would have happened. That's the reason why, why we have the board here, so we can vote on it, at least know about it, but not just do it and then you say this past practice. That was in the past. It shouldn't be done. It shouldn't be.
Question. I don't know if maybe the ordinance review committee can check, or maybe this is a question for the attorney, but I'm pretty sure that there was an ordinance or a resolution that was passed, I want to say about 2 years ago, that this board gave the finance director the ability to pull from funds for the need if it was paid back within a certain amount of time. And I believe
I never seen it.
I would like clarification on that, because I believe that we did that specifically from the water fund, because I actually remember the board meeting where it happened and the uproar that it caused. So it was one of those things that because the water fund is continuously growing, it's something that I would like to have looked into. Because this is, like you said, this is past practice. We've done this before. This is not something new. So I'd like further clarification either from the attorney or from the ordinance review committee to see. I'm not for sure if it was resolution or ordinance, but I know that we discussed it. And we had to give the finance director leeway in order for him to do that. And I don't believe it was for a specific thing. It was in general. In cases like payroll, as you suggested, in cases like other things that we've done. So that may be something that we need to have further clarification on in our packet on Friday or something, either by the attorney or the ordinance review committee.
But trustee, you said this is brand new. This is the first time we've ever did this. We have money come in and then we disperse it through the village, coming in from another entity. It's the first time we ever had a grant going for mowing. It's the first time it's ever happened. So it's not there is no past practice for that. Yes, we did talk about using the money, and it has to be paid back for the water fund. Yes, it was. That was done for payroll only at that particular time. But I have never voted to allow anyone to put money at their discretion and put it back at their discretion without letting this board know about it. I've never voted on that.
That's not what I said. I didn't say that the board didn't have to be identified.
We weren't notified about this.
This is the first time we've done for the lawn, because this is the first time that's ever happened. But it's not the first time we've taken money out of one fund to pay for something.
No, it's
else.
not. No, it's not.
That
But we were told about it. We were told. We were told when we move money, it's written in there. I mean, we've taken money for other things, for the tower fund. We took money from other entities. Yes, we did. We discussed it, and yes, we did talk about it. Even with the fund for the noise mitigation, we took money out and we paid that back. But we were notified, and yes, we did vote on it. This is something that had I not said anything, this would have just went on through, because my next question is, the checks that are being written for the people that are doing this work, I don't know who has I'm sure someone has a list, but I don't want to see the list. So if you can get a chance, Mohan, I would like to see that list of the people that we're paying for the mowing of the grass. But I did not know that we did something like this. No, sir. I don't know what the board, but I didn't know that we took the money out and we'll pay it back at a later date.
Any other questions or comments? All right, Mr. Clerk, please call roll.
Burgess.
I would like to, I have no problem doing it if we make a separate motion for this $7,600. I don't wanna know. I vote no if that $7,600 is included in this, because there was no prior knowledge, no prior, notification to this board that this is exactly what was gonna happen. That we were gonna do this, we were gonna take, because if we start doing this, we can make up everything with the waterfront. And then I'm just, the waterfront, the reason why we have access in there is for a separate purpose. It's not to augment other,
Trustee, we're done with discussion.
okay, well, you asked me a question.
So we're taking a vote. I asked the president of the council, she said no.
I said I would vote no if this is part of that. No, I would vote no.
Gordon.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Austin.
Yes.
Washington.
Abstain.
Williams.
Alright. I'd ask for a motion to approve the check for the $760 or $7,660 to be used and to be paid back as soon as the village receives the grant funds. Is there a motion to approve?
Wait a minute, I don't understand. I don't understand, I didn't hear you.
Mr. Mayor, could we have the motion repeated, please?
You always please, refrain.
So I want to make sure that the board gets a memo when we receive the grant money, and this money is reimbursed back into the account.
Okay, I'll do something.
Move to motion to approve the resolution and ordinance as required by the Illinois 394 structural improvement project for the agreement passed on July the 8th, 2014. Move to item number 1, which is the funding resolution. Is there a motion to approve?
Second.
Oh, we got a motion? Okay.
So I'm sorry, we have to.
Well, just so we make it very clear, this is for all four. This is the funding resolution, an ordinance restricting parking, an ordinance prohibiting the discharge of sanitation and industrial waste into the storm sewer or drainage facility, and an ordinance prohibiting the encroachments within the state of Illinois right of way.
Can you quickly make a motion, please? I need the motion.
Who made the second?
I second.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Village Clerk, please call the roll.
Burgess.
Yes.
Gordon.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Austin.
Yes.
Washington.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Motion carries. Move to item number 8, miscellaneous comments from the Mayor and Board of Trustees. Trustee Williams. Trustee Anderson. Trustee Morton.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to say a few words. My mother-in-law passed away, and I just want to thank everybody for the kind words to my wife and myself, for the mayor saying the kind words when I was absent and unable to attend the board meeting. So first of all, I'd like to say that. Once again, to the community, what I wanted to talk about is the library. I had the pleasure of going into the library, talking with Ann, and I think a lot of people have forgot about it. It's not the beautification committee no more, but we have a community garden. I think a lot of people have forgot about it. I went back in there and I got some cucumbers, tomatoes, some peppers, and she wanted me to reach out to the community and let everybody know, please come to the library. It is a community garden, and it's for everyone. And also to touch what the mayor was talking about, I attended with the mayor the Special Olympics baseball game. The mayor and myself played. We interacted with a lot of other mayors and elected officials that were there. It was a great time. We had fun for the Special Olympics, and a lot of people don't know, but the mayor is quite an athlete. He was really moving out there, and so if you do see him limping, that's the reason why. But I just want to give props to the mayor.
Thank you, Trustee. I'm definitely not as young as I used to be, so. Trustee Bussey. Trustee Washington.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just wanted to say real briefly that the date that we're going to come to review the budget is on Thursday, I got 7 o'clock, but what was the date?
This Thursday.
So that's July 24th. At 7 o'clock. And then also, I received before I say that, I just want to say that for those residents that are becoming block club captains, we do have official badges that we have made. I think I shared these with the board members. So if somebody's on your block, they should be able to show you a badge that they are block club captains. So we are very proud of our committee for having their badges done for Sauk Village Neighborhood Watch Program. I received I want to just touch on real briefly, a email from our cleaning service that cleaned the municipal building and the senior center, I think, and the police station and the community center. I also received pictures in regard to the state of the community center after the last program that they had. I think it was on Friday. And in the memo, in the email, it said that the service was pulling away from cleaning the community center, that they would no longer clean the community center again, and that they would only clean the municipal building, the police station, and the senior center. So my concern is with this program that we have over here, approximately 70 youth, who is going to clean up the center after these students and these residents are over there having their program every day. So today, I went over for myself to talk to the director, and I did have a lengthy meeting with Ms. Denson, and I had a lot of concerns and questions, and she did give me a tour of the building, and I did observe the cleanliness or the state of the building, the community center in general, the floors, the walls, the bathrooms, the urinals on both sides. And I just hope that I'm finding out tonight, I heard the residents ask who is in charge of the community center as far as the board is concerned. I think Mayor, you did say Trustee Hoskins, Mayor. So then I will just say the rest of these questions for you, Trustee Hoskins, with all due respect, and talk to you about some concerns that I have about the community center. But in short, I guess I want to know if anyone that the village hire have an option what to and what not to do. If we're paying them to do a particular job, can they discriminate on what area they will or won't do, whatever it is, from cutting grass to cleaning buildings to I'll do this, but I won't do that. Will that cut their pay, or will they still get the same pay? Or whatever they're saying that they don't want to do, will we put that out for bid for somebody else to do? Because for the sake of health, we cannot allow approximately 70 youth to go over there and play every day, and there's no one cleaning the building, and no one wants to clean or mop. You know, that's what you do. When you're a cleaning agency, you clean up. That's what you do. But nevertheless, I think that the program is good. I think that the foundation of the program is good. Anytime you can have a program from 9 in the morning to 6 in the evening where you provide lunch and breakfast and snacks, and it's free to the community, and you supply the water, you supply everything. You just need volunteers to come over and jump in at some point. I did not realize that the program was that entailed. And so I just have a lot of concerns, and she did tell me that she has 14 employees from the village that she is employing, but she only has one volunteer at this point. So the program, I think, needs some critiquing and some help, but nevertheless, I do want to know how we're going to get that community cleaned and keep it sanitized for health reasons with legitimate letters stating that they are no longer going to clean that community center every day. Thank you.
Trustee Burns?
No.
I think, Trustee Washington, you bring up some big concerns about the community center. One good thing I guess you could say is we're getting close to the end of the program, number one. Number two, again, with the program, they should be cleaning up after themselves. It shouldn't be such a wreck. But at the same time, when you take a community center that had very few people going through it, and all of a sudden you put in 70 to 100 kids in there 5 days a week, things are going to get dirty, things are going to get broke. You know, we only have 10 kids, and I guess something gets broke every week. So when you get from 70 to 100 kids, things do happen. So it's a little bit more work, a little bit more upkeep. We'll take a look at the cleaning service. In fact, it's probably going to have to come up in a committee meeting so we can talk about the board can discuss it. So probably next committee meeting probably should be on there. But Trustee Boston, he's talked to me a little bit about it since the letter came out. So trying to figure out what we're going to do, what needs to be done. And again, I know he's talked to the to Pat. She talked to Pat about about cleaning up, and I talked to her also. She has some kind of like community service list up on the wall. She showed you that for kids that cause trouble. So they get where they have to do some cleaning up here and there. They have to pick up, they take garbage out. So she's finding other ways to make sure that we're trying to keep the place clean. So they do bring some great concerns. I would encourage you to talk to the trustee, since it's the one that oversees that area over there.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right, anything? Just as a reminder, special meeting this Thursday, the 24th at 7 o'clock p.m. Here at the Village Hall. And with that said, I ask for a motion to adjourn.
So.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Bernadine. Tell Bernadine I want to see her.